23, using that. 9, 19. 15, 15.
Every year.
16.
Hit it.
21. 16, 22, using hand.
It looks like your night, Mr. Dempsey. What's the secret?
The secret, Peter, is how to hang on.
Nick, you'd better warm up a chair here and give Roz another 50,000 in a float. Our prince has just arrived. Good evening, sir. Very nice to see you with us again.
It is pleasant to be here, Mr. Ferris. I trust my usual stakes will be agreeable to you?
Of course. The house is happy to accommodate you, sir.
I shall play some cards first, I think. Perhaps later, some roulette.
As you wish.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
That's good. Place your bets now, please. Bets, please. Two black. Place your bets now, please. Thanks, sir. Hope you're going to be as lucky as Mr. Dempsey. He's had a good evening. Blackjack. 14. No double on 14, sir. Just a card. 15. Any more? 16. Bust.
Card.
On 17, sir?
Yes.
Too many.
I tell you, that was my card. You dealt in my card out of turn, you stupid duck. Don't argue with me. I've got eyes in my bloody head. I saw you do it.
Now, what seems to be the trouble
The
here?
trouble is your stupid bloody croupier here can't deal the flaming cards properly.
Come on, sir.
Get your hands off me, you outstanding! Let go of me! I'm playing here every night.
What the English call a bad sport. If he cannot lose well, why does he gamble?
Life is hard, then you die. Hit me.
Don't you shut! I've been thrown out of better places than this!
What's that with Eddie?
Don't ask me. I'm not a gambler, am I?
See ya.
Good night, Mr. Dempsey.
It sure was.
I hope that bit of nonsense hasn't driven you away, Mr. Dempsey. You can rest assured he won't be back.
No, just quitting while I'm ahead, Peter. The way that shake's losing money, it could get contagious. Say, who was the loudmouth anyway?
Jamie Bessel, son of one of our privileged families, which lets him behave as he pleases, I'm sorry to say.
I know the type. I'll be back.
Oh, my God. Eddie, call the police. And get an ambulance here fast.
Fast won't be quick enough. He's dead. The police just got here. Will you give me a break, huh? So who's in there playing cards? What do you got? Some kind of international law that says I can't play cards in there?
No, but I'll get one. Just as long as it'll stop people getting shot. Now, what do you think my governor's going to say, huh? Your man was a bit quick off the mark, Spikings. Yes, sir, he was in there playing cards when it happened. At least for once in your life, you weren't carting that cannon around with you. Now, why is that, my son?
What, are you kidding? Ruined the cut of my jacket?
Well, before you return it to whichever theatrical costumier you got it from, go and get Detective Makepeace out of bed. She'll enjoy that, I'm sure. I want the pair of you in my office within the hour.
Wake up, Harry? Anytime, sir.
Why don't you take it a boiled egg or something? You look like a waiter in that lot.
Hello.
I've come to take you away from all this. You ready?
You? I thought it was just a bad dream I was having. What are you doing here? And why are you dressed like a waiter?
Oh, now don't you start. Just get your handcuffs and your little checkered hat, okay? The man wants us downtown.
Spikings?
That's right.
At this hour of the morning? Go away, Dempsey, you're raving.
No, that's you, honey. See, I was at this robbery with murder and Spikings. We should get together on it, see? Robbery, murder, police. That's us.
Come in, Dempsey.
I thought you'd never ask.
That's far enough. What's it all about, Dempsey? What have you been up to now?
Look, I was just an innocent bystander. I go to a casino for, you know, a little blackjack, and I'm winning some money with my usual consummate skill. And just as I'm leaving, the security guard drops dead right at my feet with 2 holes in him.
You mean that's all you saw? Just a body?
Yeah, just a body. See, it turns out that about 100 grand disappeared on its way to the safe. And nobody saw nothing, and nobody heard nothing. And that's all she wrote.
What about security? You can't just walk in and out of these places.
Well, somebody did. Somebody killed a guy while they were doing it. You ready yet?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am. Shall we go? I'd hate to keep Spikings waiting, even at this hour.
You should be so lucky. After you, Sergeant. Always after you.
So I've noticed. Doesn't your libido ever get tired of you, Dempsey?
You know, I'm sure together we could beat it.
Mission accomplished, Sergeant. No trouble for you? Good. No, not a soul. Got straight into a taxi at Duke Street. I could hear the bloody sirens. All right. I'll be in touch.
2 7.65mm bullets, probably from a Walther PP. Markings suggest a silencer. So you might have been blind, but you weren't going deaf on us, Dempsey. Cashier saw the guard go back in. That's about all he did see. The alarm systems upstairs weren't triggered, so we can assume the thief didn't come down the chimney like Father Christmas. Whatever he did was fast and clean and right under your nose, copper.
What do you want me to do? Resign? Confess. Okay, so I was playing cards and I left my x-ray vision at home. Sue me, I'm human.
We've only got your word for that, Dempsey. Personally, I have some doubts.
What about the fight that broke out? Could that have been a ploy? For distraction?
Yeah, it's possible. But it wouldn't have got the killer in or out.
Possible, but unlikely. The man who was given the bomb's rush, one James Spencer Bessel. His family own half of Wiltshire and a quarter of Scotland. Now, what would he want to rob a casino for? Fun?
Who knows? With these upper-class English, they got a warped sense of humor. I mean, look at this one.
I beg your pardon? A refugee from Batman and Robin telling me I've got a warped sense of humor.
Well, better warped than none.
All right, you two, leave it out. Bessel is only one of the glorious names on this membership list. So we've been instructed to play it a trifle discreetly. Got it? Specific orders from above. Half this mob have got diplomatic immunity before we start.
Oh, wonderful. So what do we do? Find the killer and then give him a lift to the nearest airport?
That's good.
I told you, play it softly.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Look, but don't touch.
Not unless you've got anything better than drunk and disorderly. I don't want this lot screaming harassment at this unit. All right? That's official.
Tell us what's unofficial, then.
You play it any way you can, just so long as I don't get to hear about it. Now, this manager, Ferris, friend of yours, is he?
We get along when I'm there. That's his job. Why?
Well, start with him. Find out how the place ticks. This job's too neat not to have somebody on the inside. Find them.
What about Bessel? Can I pull some strings on him? Quietly.
You can pull him and them until they squeak. Just so long as they don't have police written all over them. All right? Anything else?
Yeah, I got one. Can I change my clothes now? The sun's coming up. I'm starting to feel like Dracula. Don't be scared. It's nothing but the children of the night. Thanks for the lift. You want to come in for a cup of coffee or a shower? Either or both. I'm easy.
I'm sure. But I'm not Dempsey.
You know, I noticed that right off. Can't blame a guy for trying, though.
Trying being the operative word. Go on. Move. Don't forget to call Ferris before you do anything else. We need information, Dempsey.
I get it. I get it. What about your man?
I'll find him. Chat with Chaz later.
Okay. Sure you don't want to change your mind? About the shower? Or would you rather bath?
Try taking a cold one. That might help. Hello, Roger. You're looking very trim. Is this a regular punishment these days?
Harriet, my dearest, what are you doing? Curb crawling in one of Her Majesty's parks. Nothing perverse, I trust.
Looking for you. Some would say that was perverse.
Of course. If I didn't offend, they'd kick me out of Fleet Street. What are you doing, hunting me down at this ungodly hour? You ought to be in bed with somebody.
I want to talk to you. Let me buy you a carrot juice or something.
All right. As long as you don't mind the manly reek of perspiration, I'm thinking of bottling it. It's a special offer to our readers.
You should. It's probably 80% proof by now.
Yo. Hiya, Peter. How you doing? Yeah. Thanks for getting back to me. Did, didn't I? Yeah, break your house? Yeah, close, right? Listen, I'll tell you why I called. I know you had it up to your neck in cops last night, but if you wouldn't mind, I'd like to hear it myself. What do you say? That'd be great. No, I'll come right over there. Where are you? In the water? Oh. Oh, no, that'd be great. Okay, I'm on my way. Thanks. Another day, another dollar.
Voila.
Very gracious of you, Harry. What's this come under on your expense sheet? Bribing the press?
Oh, this is just you and me, Roger. Unofficial gossip, okay?
As you wish. Who shall we gossip about?
A friend of mine's rather curious about James Bessel. Let's try him.
The Honourable Jamie. What about him?
You tell me.
Well, he's rich. He's educated to no particular purpose. He likes to gamble. Very fond of the ladies. If it's a girl-to-girl chat you want, you ought to confer with his last young thing. I gather he's running loose again, much to her relief.
She might be useful. Where can I find her?
She's an old school friend of yours, Harry. Annabelle, what's it, at that bookshop place in Chelsea.
Fits. Where on earth do you get all this stuff from, Roger?
From my various corrupt sources, of course. Just like you're doing. Do you want that?
Mm-mm.
Pretty stupid, isn't it? What do you want?
Murder was pretty stupid, too. Let's start with that, shall we?
Come on. Hold. Hold. Now don't ease up. Don't ease up. Go, go. Go.
All right. You're looking for a couple of golds in 1992, huh?
That's a thought. Might stop you Americans taking them all.
You're a good swimmer.
Good
I didn't
girl.
know you had a family, Peter.
I don't. I'm divorced, Mr. Dempsey. Casino hours weren't exactly conducive to marital bliss.
Yeah. Let me ask you, is that something you consider when you hire your casino staff? Their personal lives?
Well, to some extent. Why?
Because whoever robbed you had more than a fair idea of your setup. What about you girls?
Go get changed. Oh, here. It's possible, of course. But I don't think so. We make it a house rule that they don't get involved with the members. And we check them fairly carefully when they come to work for us.
And if they don't obey the rules?
Then they don't work for us anymore. And they would also lose their dealer's license. Which means that nobody else would have them either. And the pit bosses are there to keep an eye on both sides of the tables.
They check on your members, too?
Yes. We get to know their gambling habits and their financial and social backgrounds. Anything that might have a bearing on their relationship with the casino. It's tighter than it might look to a visitor.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. I have briefed them on that aspect of it, sir. They both realize that we don't want the matter made political. Of course. Thank you, sir. Goodbye. Do you know what I'd do if I was in control of the Home Office, Chaz? Do you?
No, sir. We'll make a few changes, perhaps.
I'd hang them all from lampposts, one by one, in front of a cheering multitude of taxpayers. Well, what do you want, Chaz? If it's blood, I haven't got any.
A forensic report on the casino robbery, sir. I thought you'd want to look at it.
Of course I want to look at it. Yeah. Where are you going? Stand still while I'm reading. Oh. That's interesting. Where's Harry and that Yank of hers?
Makepeace is checking a lead on Bessel, sir. Dempsey's at the Portchester Baths.
What?
He's talking to Ferris there, sir. Casino manager.
I know who Ferris is. And I know what you are. You better get Harry in here quick unless you want to be wearing a pointed helmet again.
Trump to Charlie 5. Come in, Charlie 5.
Charlie 5, what is it, Chaz?
Harry, we've got the forensic report on the casino. Looks like the money went out of the skylight. There was no alarm system on that. It's not big enough for a break-in, so nobody bothered about it.
Great, so nobody broke in, but the money broke out. What's outside? Any access?
It's easy if you don't mind climbing a wall or two. Duke Street is about 50 feet away at the back. Sweet, eh?
That still leaves our gunman inside. So we're looking for a double act. Or maybe 3. One for the killing, one outside, and one who knew an unwired skylight when they saw one. That's got to be one of the staff, agreed?
Agreed. But we don't start flashing warrants around until we get a link. Pick up Dempsey and see what he's got from Ferris. He's at Portchester Baths with him now.
Will do. That old place with the steam rooms? Hardly where I thought he'd be.
What does that mean?
Well, I thought he was hot enough when I left him, that's all.
So, where's the money?
In a safe place for now.
Oh, is it? It's better off than we are then, isn't it? You didn't say anything to me about killing anybody, Jamie.
It wasn't your concern, was it? You were perfectly willing to take a share of the money and all the other things. Why this sudden rush of conscience?
Because I'm not prepared to sit still and be arrested for murder, that's why. You and your friends can do it if you like, not me.
You're being idiotic. If we keep our heads, there's nothing the police can prove. We agreed that, if you remember.
Not this. This is yours. And if I think I have to, I'll tell them that, Jamie. Do you understand me?
Well, well. Whatever happened to all those passionate declarations you made with your knickers off? What does everybody get then, along with the rest of you?
Just get me my share of the money, Jamie. Tonight. Then I can get out of here, and you can get back to your Sloane Ranger girls, okay? I think that just might be the best thing for both of us, don't you?
All right. If that's what you want to do, I shan't stop you. I'll have to talk to Stephen about it then. He won't like it any more than I do.
Oh, you'll just have to persuade him then, won't you? You're quite good at that sort of thing. In small doses.
Tell me about the Arab last night. Is he a regular?
What, Razul?
Yeah.
He's been gambling with us for about 6 months or so. His brother's a genuine OPEC billionaire.
I got it.
Razul helped him spend the money. He brings about 100,000, and we match the stakes. He generally loses.
The way he plays, I'm not surprised. What about that guy with him? What's his story?
He's a kind of bodyguard. Keys. He drives the cars for him. He's never very far away when Razzle's gambling.
So everybody's used to seeing him around. Say, Peter, do you know if the boys in blue got a statement from him last night?
I'm not sure. I know they talked to Razzle before he left. Crane might have been getting the car.
I'll check it out. You know, the Romans, they had a beef about that. They called it quid custodiat, something like that.
Meaning what?
Well, it had to do with that you could have your bodyguards keeping an eye on you, but who was keeping an eye on them? Listen, get him in the water and show him how it's done. He's a good swimmer. Olympics '92, huh? See you, Peter.
See you.
I think she's taken to you, Dempsey.
Oh, you noticed? Well, how come it doesn't work on you, Harry?
Perhaps because I'm not 11 anymore.
Could have fooled me. So this is one of your friends from school?
Mm-hmm.
She must be the good-looking one, huh? You must be Annabelle.
Are you looking for something?
I think I found it.
Hi, Annabelle.
Harry, hello.
Hi.
Oh, is he with you? He's rather nice, isn't he? Is he another copper?
Of sorts. Have you got 5 minutes?
Well, I'm not exactly thick with customers. Try me.
An old boyfriend of yours, Jamie Bessel.
Oh, pass me the poison pen. That rat, that two-faced son of a... What's he been up to?
Glad she likes me, I think.
Stephen, it's me. Listen, this is bad. The bloody girl's freaked about it and she wants to run. Says if we don't let her, she'll start talking to save her own neck. I think she'd do it, too. Well, when can you talk, for God's sake? She only needs a push from some copper and we're in it. All right. Pick me up there.
Oh, where was I? Oh, yes, the necklace. Yes, a dozen cameos on a gold chain. Tore it straight off me when I saw him in the street. Oh, you can probably still see the mark. About there, I think.
Vicious.
Mm-mm.
Didn't spoil anything, though.
So that was in May, and you haven't seen him since then?
Neither do I want to, thank you. Claire saw him with one of his tarts in Kensington a couple of weeks ago. Some dark-haired page 3 sort of creature, so she said.
What's page 3? 1 to 10 scale?
Something like that. Boobs and bums for the popular press. Jamie likes to go a bit down market for his fun. Probably what he can afford these days.
Really? I thought the Bessels could afford anything.
Oh, the Bessels can, darling. But if you want to know a family secret, Jamie has been banned from the Golden Trough, as far as I could gather. Won't suit Jamie's lifestyle one little bit.
Where'd you get this?
Well, he left things lying around and I read them. I'm an avid reader.
Insatiable, I'd say.
Well, I think that might get her somewhere. Thank you very much, Annabelle. Bye.
You sure you don't want to leave him for me to browse through?
She'd love to, but she can't put me down herself.
Except after work, of course.
So Bessel's out of money. He's right up front when the money goes missing. He gets thrown out. He goes around back, he picks up the cash, and he's off whistling Dixie. You like it?
Makes sense.
I like it. I think we gotta go squeeze his head and see if it fits.
It's what? Being broke and snatching back necklaces? You'd laugh at us. And then you'd stick that gun of yours up his nose, and I'd be on traffic work next week. Not at the moment, thank you.
So what are we supposed to do? Wait till he feels guilty and turns himself in? How are you gonna nail somebody if you don't nail somebody?
The way Spikings said. First, we find the connections. Using police work, Dempsey, not a hammer and nail. Would you like me to drop you off at the woodwork class?
You know something, Makepeace? Sometimes I like to tear those lips of yours right off your face.
What?
Might be the only way I get to kiss them.
take this thing for a ride, eh? Shame to leave it lying around.
What is it? One of Matey's cast-offs?
One of them, yeah. The wives use the other one.
So what about it? Any joy?
No, I'm just going through the CR files now.
The bodyguard's a guy named Stephen Crane. He made a statement last night, fits with all arrests. All we know about him is that he was hired by a security firm named Protel.
You got anything on him?
No, he hasn't got a criminal record. One interesting thing, though. He's an ex-soldier. Came out as a sergeant after 6 years in one of the Surrey regiments.
Yeah, that's here.
Huh?
Well, so what? That doesn't make him unique. So he was a soldier. What about it?
Well, it seems Bessel has done his bit for Queen and Country, too. Same time, same regiment.
Yours, I think.
You did very well, Captain. For a desk officer.
Where you searched?
In the lobby, routine. No pull on you?
Not as yet, no. I expect they'll get around to it. But that's not a problem.
It shouldn't be. With your illustrious name, should it? Standard behaviour for you, isn't it? Getting thrown out of places.
Oh, absolutely. Perhaps that's why the rest of you look up to us so much, eh?
That's what I like about you, Harry. You're a good policeman.
Oh, thanks. Does that mean I can grow a beard now?
Why not? You've already got everything else. Do we get to go for Bessel now, or what? We've already got a motive.
It'll do for questioning, if we can get to him without being knee-deep in lawyers. He might be skint, but he's still got the family telephone numbers. Let's see what I can do with mine.
Well, what about Crane? Come on, give us a body, will you?
Well, check him. If it smells right, you can bring him in with Bessel.
Hallelujah.
They might look nice together.
So your little tart's kicking up, is she? I thought she might.
Perhaps you should have said something then.
Perhaps you should have told her there was only one way to do it, with that.
She wouldn't have played. I had to play Prince Charming down on his luck to get what we did.
Sounds about right. So what are you going to do? Give her the money, let her run?
What else can we do? If she's bleating now, she'd do a damn sight more the minute she's under pressure.
I could think of something. Much quicker. Cheaper, too. Know what I mean?
See that? Nothing to it. I could have made a living at this in Manhattan.
That doesn't make it police procedure in London. We call this breaking and entering, Dempsey. There's a law against it.
What do you want me to do? Leave him a note in his mailbox? Dear Mr. Crane, this is the police. We figure you pulled a robbery, but since you're not here, we'll come back tomorrow. How's that? Nice in English?
Not the way you pronounce it. No.
Well, neither of us can help our accents. You got yours, and I got mine, honey.
And ne'er the twain shall meet. Honey.
What's that, you find something?
No, I was just remarking on our difference in culture. I really oughtn't to be aiding and abetting you in this, you know.
I like you abetting me, Harry. Wish you'd abet me more. Now, you see, if we didn't abet each other, we wouldn't have found this. Box of 7.65s. Same make and size. What killed that security guard. So, I graduate from woodwork class now. Honey? Fits like a glove, Chief. The only thing we don't have is the insider. How'd you make out on those phone calls?
There are warrants out for both of them now. Chaz and another unit are knocking on doors, so you've got company. What about number 3? Ferris have any ideas?
I think Ferris is trying to tell himself the whole thing didn't happen.
He's in love with his casino.
Can I say something?
What is it, Harry?
If those warrants are covered, then what about Dempsey and I checking the staff before any of this gets out? Somebody's liable to take off when it does.
Agreed, you do that. Dempsey?
Yo.
Keep your bullets where they belong on this one, eh?
Under your armpit.
Oh dear, what happened?
Nothing happened. I lost.
What a pity.
You're jinxing me.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do that.
Go away.
Tell you what, I'll meet you in Ferris's office when you've got your manners back.
Harry Makepeace, what are you doing in this den of vice? It's Graham Locke, runner-up to you at the Bisley Shoot.
Oh, yes, I remember. How are you?
Better with a small bore than with this game, unfortunately. Well, what about you? I didn't know policewomen did this sort of thing.
I'm just a guest at the moment. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. There's a call waiting for me. It was a house rule that the girls don't associate with members here.
That's what the man said.
Well, I think the house rules go in the same way as the money.
Huh?
Remember Annabelle's story about the necklace? The one Bessel took back.
Oh, sure. How could I forget a neck like that?
Well, it's round a different neck at the moment. But don't look. Don't look. Makes his gifts go round, doesn't he?
What a guy.
She's Rosalind James. She's been with us almost a year. She's a good croupier, too. Are you sure about this necklace, Sergeant? I mean, she could have bought herself one, couldn't she?
Of course, and if that's the case, I'll apologize. But it is an extraordinary coincidence.
If Harry thinks it's her, I buy it. Did you send for her?
I told the pit boss to send her in. But I can't help feeling you're wrong.
Maybe. Maybe.
Mr. Ferris.
I'll come in, Nick.
She's not here, sir. Miss James.
What do you mean, not here? Where is she?
I'm not sure. She's just disappeared.
She must have heard that bloody man.
She what?
I bumped into him next to her table. I might as well have been wearing a badge and a whistle.
Come on, she can't be far. She's running scared. Where do you think she'd go, Bessel's?
Oh, with the police after her, Bessel would love her if she does that. She's running, Dempsey.
Where would you go, dressed like that?
Home. Change my shoes, grab what I could. Hey, that's not bad. You're beginning to surprise me.
That's what I keep telling you. Just give me a chance.
So,
Hey, that's great. That's him. Go for it, Harry. On it, police.
They used her and then got rid of her. I wonder what the promise was. Love? or money?
A bit of both, according to Bessel, in exchange for what she told them about the alarm system. You broke his arm, by the way.
Did I? Well, he'll have plenty of time to rest it.
Well, you had quite a little roundup here, both of you. Pity you didn't let me know a bit quicker. Could have saved some gunplay on the public thoroughfare.
Well, I would have called, but I was out of change.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I want a report on my desk first thing in the morning. From both of you.
Did you hear that? The both of us. Maybe we should work on it together. I bet you give good report, huh? Good spelling, good penmanship, all that stuff.
At least it would be in English, yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. What do you say? You know, a little wine, a little music, a little English.
Not tonight, Dempsey. You woke me up, remember? I've got some sleep to catch up on.
Oh, well, maybe we could help each other there, too. I mean, after all, what are partners for?
Good night, Dempsey. See you in the morning.
Yeah, I wish you would.